Laura is with us in Los Angeles. Hi, Laura. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for taking my call also.
Sure.
I'm honored to talk to you.
You too.
My husband and I are recovering from the recent recession. We both lost our jobs and in our home like 2-3 years ago.
I'm
and
sorry.
so since then, we've had to file bankruptcy. We did it separate for different reasons. And right now, and since we've been married, we've had separate accounts all along, for other reasons. We never see eye to eye in financial matters. But we're both, we're both interested in learning more about financial peace and saving and, saving for a future and preparing for a future. However, it's been really, really difficult to get our accounts back together.
How long have you guys been married?
We've been married 14 years.
Yeah.
And it has given us peace of mind not to fight over this, over the years. So we've learned to deal with it this way.
It was called denial.
Yeah, maybe. But my main question and the reason I'm calling because I'm accepting that denial, and I don't know how to explain how we're both interested in doing it, but neither of us put our foot in front and do it. So my question is it possible to obtain financial peace on our own or on my own in this case? Since we've lost our jobs in our house, we're recovering. We both have, great jobs, but they're not what they used to be. We make twice less. Half of as much as we used to make.
Understand. Well,
but we're happy and we're blessed to have a job.
Let's say this, okay? Yes, financial peace is possible, but you guys got some work to do. You've got some healing to do. You lost your home. You lost your jobs. You've been beat up. You've been scared. You've been mad. And sometimes you've tried to claw each other's eyes out in the middle of that. Sharon and I almost killed each other when we went through that. I used to laugh and say, she's from the hills of East Tennessee, frying pan throwing. There's an Olympic event. We fought like cats and dogs, right? But over the years now, that was 25 years ago. Have we healed? Yeah, absolutely we've healed. We have a wonderful marriage. But there were times we almost killed each other. And it was, but why? Because we were hurting so bad. We were so scared. We had no trust in anything. We wondered if we stepped out on a piece of ground, if it was going to collapse under us, because everything we had leaned on fell over. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. My biggest concern is, and I'm not going to push him for any future on his side. I see a lot of lack of ambition. He's not interested in buying again. Of course, it's rather new.
It may not be a lack of ambition. It may be a lack of hope.
Well, right, and I'm already on board to.
I know, but he may not. Don't confuse a lack of hope with a lack of ambition. He may just be hurting so bad, and he's just. It's hard for him to believe again after all the hard work and the other stuff just got taken away.
Right.
It's hard to trust again in those situations. So, no, I think you've got to do it together, and I think you'll be really, really glad you did. And you got to cut each other some slack. You got to not say things like, I think my husband doesn't have ambition. Don't say that out loud again.
Okay.
Unless you're ready to leave him. Unless you're just done. But, you guys got to say, he's hurting. He lost his job, which was some of his identity. He lost his home, his castle. And he's embarrassed in front of his wife. And you feel the same way. There's shame and there's guilt. And there was with us. Does this sound familiar to you?
Very familiar.
Okay. So what I would tell you to do is wrap yourself up in each other's arms and go through Financial Peace University, and I'll pay for it to help you get back on your feet. But you got to believe again in the process, and you got to give yourself time to do some of the things and then see them start to work, where you learn to budget together and you combine your finances and you trust and you communicate. And it's hard. There's times that Sharon wants to buy something. She doesn't want to talk to me about it. Even today, there's times that I want to do something and I don't want to discuss it with her. I'd rather just go do it. It's easier, but it's really not. It's easier in the moment, but it's a lot easier to be in agreement on the long haul and have respect and trust and communication, and love is flying around everywhere in the middle of that. And so you hold on the line. Laura, and Kelly's going to pick up, and I'm going to pay for you and your husband to go back through, or to go through Financial Peace University. The only thing you have to do is you have to promise Kelly two things. One is, if I give it to you, you and your husband have to promise to attend. I'm going to give it to you free. Free. But you have to both promise to attend each of the weeks, 1 week or one night a week for 9 weeks. 9 times you have to go to class, and then is all. And then someday when you're back on your feet, you find a couple who life has beat up, and you pay it for them. You pay it forward at that time. So you hold on, and Kelly will pick up, and we'll get you taken care of. You're going to live again. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.